Are you preparing for a career in cloud management, data migration, or AWS architecture? Whether you are eyeing roles like cloud engineer, cloud architect, or data specialist, this video is tailored for you. As businesses move to the cloud, the challenges of managing and migrating large amounts of data efficiently becomes paramount. AWS offers powerful tools for this, such as Storage Gateway, DataSync, and Snowball. These tools can simplify your data migration and storage management. And in today's video, we will break them down for you. We'll explore how AWS Storage Gateway allows seamless integration between on-premise storage and the cloud, how DataSync accelerates data transfer by 10 times, and how Snowball helps businesses transfer petabytes of data when bandwidth is limited. We will walk you through each service with real-world examples, showing you how to configure them to ensure smooth, secure, and efficient data movement across platforms. Also, if you are aiming for similar roles in AWS or feeling unsure about where to begin, don't miss our free AWS job-oriented masterclass that's coming up. In that session, we will walk you through a proven 3-step strategy that has helped professionals like Renga and Kennedy land their dream cloud jobs. So click the link below to register and get started. So now let's get into the video.
So let me give you a brief idea first for all these tools, because we are going to discuss all these one by one. So yes, we have AWS data migration tools. So there are some online tools and offline tools as well. If we talk about online tools, we have Storage Gateway, which is hybrid storage solution. We have means you want to connect your on-prem to AWS storage using some familiar protocols like SMB for window file share, NFS for Linux file share, SCSI for block storage, volume gateway we have. Yeah, it depends. Then we have DataSync. DataSync is just for transferring your files for fast automated movement of large data sets between on-prem and AWS services. Next, like for example, you are using DataSync, it support transfer to EFS, transfer to FSX and S3. It is 10 times faster than your traditional tool. Like if you are using rsync, it is similar to that, but it is very fast. It supports encryption, scheduling, filtering, everything. Just think of your Google Drive backup, but for large enterprise data in AWS with way more control, more speed. The answer is your DataSync. Then we have transfer family, which is a managed SFTP, FTPS, FTP service to upload or download the files into S3 using legacy FTP-based workflows. Like, let's say if you want to move your CSV-based reports from mainframes via SFTP into S3, using transfer family is possible. Now, next we have is offline migration tool. First of all, why we need that? Let's say if you are sitting in mountainous region or any other region where internet facility is not good, then in that case, AWS provides you the physical device, Snowball Edge. You have massive data sets, TBs, PBs, petabytes, terabytes. Network bandwidth is limited or unavailable. You prefer secure physical transport, and that is your Snowball Edge, which is a rugged portable appliance which is shipped to you by AWS. You fill the data and send it back. That's how it is. So let's cover one by one. First is Storage Gateway service that gives your appliance seamless, secure integration. So it is your hybrid device. Means it's like your cloud connected USB device that sync files from your data center to AWS. Your office has NAS device, network attached storage, and Storage Gateway act as a bridge and upload the backup automatically to S3 or EBS volumes, right? Like you have S3, you have different type of storage provided on Storage Gateway. If you need file gateway, you need your Windows server, you have tape or volume. So currently it is not available. So these three are available. I'll show you. So if you want to manage your files, S3 backups, so depends upon your use case. Your for high level storage for backup volume and tape is available, right? Now, let me show you from the console. First, let me show you the architecture so that you can easily relate. The next we have is the architecture for the same. You can see here what this architecture is representing. On-prem to cloud, you are using your storage gateway and mapping your storage. But can you see something on on-prem side when you are using these, you have your client and you have transfer protocols like NFS, SMB, SCSI, retail. Now you have the storage appliance. What is the storage gateway appliance is representing here? This is the appliance, means it can be anything. Let's say there is a virtual machine which you have used on on-prem. You have installed a device, which is a kind of bridge between your on-prem and AWS storage. It is a virtual storage bridge between on-prem and data center and AWS cloud storage like S3, Glacier, or EBS. So let's say, just imagine you have a photo studio with limited storage in your office on-prem, but you want automatically backup to all edited photos to a secure cloud locker, that is AWS. So in that case, you use Storage Gateway as a bridge to send and sync all those files into the cloud without needing to manually upload each one. So here you have the client. The client is your physical machine or application like Windows or Linux accessing the files. Now, transfer protocols which are supported SMB or NFS for file sharing, SCSI for volume access, and iSCSI for your VTL, that is your virtual tape library for backup applications. Now, next is your appliance, which is represented here, which is deployed as VM on on-prem. VM, on VM, that let's say Oracle virtual machine. So there you import an ISO image, and that is, let's say you are importing ESXi host, okay, or any other device that can be your appliance like Hyper-V or KVM, which act as a gateway to AWS. It locally caches frequently accessed data. So you activate that appliance here on your AWS. You map your storage. How you configure? First, you download this device from accessing this storage service. Now, once it is installed, it will provide you an IP or activation key. That key you are going to add in the configuration of storage device, then your all storage will be mapped to AWS. That's how it is. So let me show you how. And you can see it. This is your storage gateway, hybrid storage integration. So here you can see on-prem access to virtually unlimited storage. You create this gateway. First, you create the gateway activation, configuration, and create resource. So we'll show you main thing, connect to AWS, and then yes, it will be done. So first, if you connect to AWS, then your storage is connected and then it will automatically be mapped. So let's say my gateway. It will automatically choose your time zone wherever you are. I told you that recently it is deprecated, so it is not available, right? So what is available? All those three options which I have already highlighted, if you remember, right? I told you the second option is not available. Now you can see it. Platform options. This is what I talked about. You can see this ESXi, Hyper-V, KVM, EC2. Depends. So you need to download this template. You install that in your system on your machine, and then it will provide you IP address or an activation key. Based upon that, it will map your storage. It will be connected to AWS, and the connection matters a lot. Now, let's say I agree that I have downloaded this template. Go next. So this is what I talked about. Once you provide the IP address or you provide any activation key and you click next, first it will be connecting with you. Okay, so let's say randomly I'm just adding any particular IP address without anything. Go next. It will check for the connectivity. If IP address doesn't exist, yeah, it will show you no connectivity, of course, right? Because it doesn't exist. So in that case, it will show us no. But if it exists, IP address or activation key exists. So in that case, it will show you successfully connected and then it will map your storage. Got it? So can you see that? This site cannot be reached because this IP address doesn't exist. I'm not using it. I don't have any such device on my system. Got it? I hope the flow is clear. The use case is clear why we use storage gateway. The configuration is also clear, right? Which I have shown you. Thank you so much, Rupa. I appreciate your response. For others, Murli, Kal, Imran, and Swapna, Suraj, Divya, Naren, Arpit, Kamal, Nanak, Bhavana. Thank you. Great. Thank you, Satish. Thank you, Badal. Thank you, Imran. Great. Thanks a lot, Prash. It's really awesome that this is your first session and you are able to understand. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely, Bhavna. Thank you for asking. I'll repeat it. Yes, to connect and backup. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Jolly. Yes, Bhavna, what I have explained is first you need to set up your gateway. So in setting up your gateway, first you provide the name, which one you need. Either you need for tape or volume. Okay, so you can choose any of these and after that, this is that architecture I talked about. You remember this architecture. So here it is representing your appliance on on-prem. So what this appliance is, this is the appliance using like this platform you are going to host on that particular appliance that will provide you an IP or activation key to connect to your storage, right? Which will map your on-prem storage to AWS. So here you are going to provide that IP address or the activation key of that machine. Let's say virtual machine, either you are using VMware or you are using your, let's say you are using your, what we call it, Oracle virtual machine or any other. Okay. So you provide the activation key and it will be activated, right? So in my case, of course, it shows you site can't be reached because this IP address randomly I have just entered anything. Okay, it is not done, right? So first you need to install that. Okay, you can see here when you go previous step, it asks you to download this. Can you see download OVF template? So once it will be downloaded, right? Then yes, you can import that ISO OVF file on your machine and it will provide you an IP or activation key. That's how it can be done. I hope you got your answer. I hope it is clear now. Thank you so much. Yes. Now, so next we have is the use case. Yes, of course, for backup and archive, it is really useful because you are mapping your storage to AWS. So you have the backup available. Disaster recovery also, if data is not recovered, yes, it is still available. Data migration also, let's say if you want to use same data for innovation purpose, let's say for machine learning, for anything, because if you have already set up this hybrid gate, your storage gateway, and the storage is available, it is, let's say it is stored into S3. Yes, you can use it for other tasks as well. So you can say that it is good. Yes, for my data migration is also done. Replace or expand on-prem storage. Yes, you can do that because yes, we are expanding it to cloud, right? So it will be secure and yes, highly available for us. I hope the storage is clear, storage gateway is clear to everyone, right? Challenges. Challenges in case of storage gateway, you are asking. We are not migrating the databases here. We are migrating the data, just mapping the storage. Okay. That's how it is. Not exactly. So if you're asking for data types packages, so in that case, pure migration database, we have DMS service. DMS is your database migration service. And if your database, your format, or anything is not compatible with AWS, then we have SCT. What is that? Schema conversion tool. That is possible, right? So if, let's say, when you have data types, so Oracle has proprietary types like number, glob, blob in RDS that may interpret them differently, right? We have stored procedures as well. We have sequences, synonyms as well. Data volume also matters a lot. So storage gateway is not equal to your database migrator anywhere, right? It is not a migrating live databases or logical database object like schemas or procedures. It is only work at file level, like exporting .dmp files, .csv, .bak, any other files. Instead of database migration, you use AWS native services, which SCT is there, schema conversion tool, database migration services there. Okay, that's how it is. So storage gateway is optional. When you want to use a storage gateway for any purpose, so you want to move your exported dump files or backup file, not any particular logic. In that case, you can use it. I hope you got the answer. I hope it is clear, Rupa. Perfect. Now, next we have is DataSync. Yes, the DataSync is also another solution, but what is the difference? So, yes, if you have large files, okay, so when you go to DataSync service, simplifies, automates, and accelerate the moving data. So to transfer the data between on-prem to or other cloud storage, this is the answer. And you can create the task and you can start transferring your data. That's how it is. So DataSync is a service which is provided by AWS. Just imagine it's like you are relocating your company's old paper or the files from on-prem to new smart digital cabinet. That smart digital cabinet can be your S3, can be your EFS, can be your FSX. So instead of doing manual scanning or uploading, you use any automation type, like let's say you're using a robot assistant. That is your data sync agent, which is used here, right? You can see this is the flow. Transferring data over WAN by using purpose-built protocol. And then you write and read your data from AWS storage services and then manage it via console or CLI. So next, this is the architecture, how it works. You can see first, of course, you need to install a small agent or in your on-prem server, which is called as DataSync agent. For example, you are installing a DataSync VM or Docker agent in your local data center or the branch. It's like that. Or after that, you transfer your data. Transfer your data, you send the data securely over WAN, not internet, FTP. It uses a purpose-built protocol that is faster and optimized up to 10 times faster than your SCP or RSync, right? Then after that, write or read AWS storage, which was mentioned, the third step here. So that can be done using DataSync. How? Means transferring the data to and from S3, EFS, FSX, and creating the backup databases for your medical files, logs, report, everything to S3, right? You can see here last storage resources in the end, EFS, FSX, or S3. Depends what is your use case, where you want to manage your storage. You can do that. And you can schedule, you can monitor, retry the task via console or automation script. Let's say there is a media company. They are creating the backup, National Geographic. So they have faced some challenge. 10 TVs or photos or videos on local NAS need to move to S3. So how it can be done? So it will be very slow process if we are directly loading files to S3. So we have installed DataSync agent on the NAS box. They have transferred the files to S3 using intelligent tiering overnight with bandwidth scheduling. Now they run their daily sync to backup edited content, right? So this is the main use case. how DataSync can be configured and can be used. I hope it is clear to everyone, right? So here I got one question in chat that what is the difference between storage gateway and DataSync? The main purpose, let's say if you want to maintain long-term hybrid cloud storage or cloud access to AWS storage, then answer is storage gateway. If you need one-time or periodic fast data transfer to and from AWS, you can go for DataSync. For example, for real-time access or for caching, you go with storage gateway. For high-speed batch data migration or sync, you can go with DataSync. That's how it is. Yes, absolutely. Yes, this is sync transfer file from on-prem to AWS. Yes, absolutely perfect. I hope it is clear to everyone. DataSync, storage gateway, everything is clear what we have discussed. Okay. One more question I have received from Swapna. Is the client handling all the migration or AWS handles or managed it? It depends. What is the task? Let's say you remember Swapna, I have shown storage gateway. So what I did there? I have just the configuration part I did, right? Storage configuration. But what is managed by AWS? Let's say when you are using your storage gateway, what is the client responsibility? Set up integration with local application and monitoring, right? In both cases, either you are using storage gateway or data sync. So client will be doing that. What is done by AWS? AWS manages the backend cloud services like S3, FSX, and manage the transfer service also, retry logic also, encryption also, right? That can be done. So it depends upon what is the task. Both are managing together. So client, let's say client is installing, like you are the client, let's say you are going to use storage gateway and data sync. So you will install both, right? You install your gateway appliance on your on-prem and data sync agent. You set up the transfer rules, schedules, where when you need it, late night, every day night, or every week, and you configure that. You manage security settings like security group, firewall. Now, that particular storage will be used by someone. You want them to access it. So yes, access control settings will be done by you, right? Network setting up, where you are creating it. Okay, VPC or like in where you are creating is you initiate and monitor your data transfer. That is done by you. But the infrastructure part, scaling, encryption, error handling, retries, compression, encryption in transit, performance over WAN, providing monitoring via CloudWatch, all will be managed by AWS. I hope you got your answer and the difference also, right? Now, next we have is Snowball Edge. So let me show you DataSync before. So between on-prem storage and AWS, you want to set it up, or between other clouds and AWS, or between AWS storage services. As I mentioned, it is available for all. If you want to do it, then you need to get started. Then again, you need to use either your agent will be ESXi, KVM, Hyper-V, EC2. If you remember, for storage gateway also it was available. So you choose your hypervisor and you provide the agent address, okay, activation key of that particular device once you have installed it or downloaded it. Can you see the option for download image, right? The one I did for storage gateway, same will be done for data sync as well. So this will be your agent which is downloaded. Okay, we are downloading it here. Got it? So you can see here storage gateway so this agent will be installed, and once it is ready, provide the address, and yes, then you got the key and then you will be connected. If you want to manually enter the key, then of course you can select this option and then create the agent. That can be done. So that's how this sync or this setup, the configuration can be created for data sync and storage gateway.
So that's a deep dive into AWS Storage Gateway, DataSync, and Snowball. We have covered everything from hybrid storage solutions to large-scale data transfers, showing you how these tools make cloud integration and data migration easier and faster. So whether you're working as a cloud architect, data engineer, or in any other cloud role, mastering these AWS tools will make you stand out in interviews. And if you're ready to accelerate your cloud career, don't miss out on our free AWS job-oriented masterclass. We will guide you through the essential skills, prepare you for interviews, and help you land a top-tier job in the cloud industry. So you can register through the link given in the description below. Thanks for watching. I hope you found our video helpful. If so, do subscribe for our channel for more such amazing contents and make sure that you watch our previous videos over here.